Hello and welcome to another video. Happy Thanksgiving to all my Philadelphia sports fans that are watching this video. Hope you have a good day. But let's start off with some things that we are thankful for. So I'm thankful for Joel Embiid and I'm thankful for James Harden. I'm thankful for Tyrese Maxey. From an Eagles point of view, I'm thankful for that offensive line. I'm thankful for Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, AJ Brown. I'm happy with those guys, and I'm thankful for the Philadelphia sports scene being as great as it is, and allowing me to have a passionate fan base I can interact with and made friends with over the last few years. Now on to sixes and six. So the first thing I want to discuss is the recent injuries. I was worried going into this week, and still got this weekend's game where I think no one's going to be back returned. Certainly, definitely not Harden and Maxi, but there's potential Embiid might play against the Magic. Maybe the second game, but not the first game. I thought we'd go to 0-3. I won't lie, but the win against the Nets was fantastic, and it showed what our bench players can do. The problem is, can they only do it as a starter, or can they do it in a more limited role, or do we now increase their minutes going forward for the next couple of weeks while we get Harden back in to rotation? Obviously, Maxi's still going to be off. Or do we pick up another player, which I'll mention later, that I think could cover and be like play as a point guard, or potentially as a shooting guard off the bench. You can kind of, I don't know. I'll mention the player in a minute. But yeah, fantastic win against the Nets. Charlotte game, back to back, tough. We gave it a good run for our money. Is what it is. We split them. That's fine with me. This type of this part of the season, it's about trying to win as many as we can and trying to find out our rotations going forward. For me, the results, I take the results more personal, more like a NFL season or a soccer season around the Christmas time. The first couple of months is kind of just finding your feet, but where you are in January, end of January is normally where you're going to finish within one or two positions of that in the standings, unless you have an amazing run like we did a few years ago when we went like 17 or 18 games unbeaten. But generally, you're going to finish around that area. So we've had some good wins. Beat the Bucks, beat the Nets. I still think the Nets are going to be a top 6 seed. They just need to pick up a couple of things here and there. So that's two good wins. I am worried about, do we rush Harden back? And that's why I kind of wanted to mention about another player, which I'll get onto now. So Harden's not going to be back full swing potentially for the first couple of games. So I don't see no harm in trying a 15-day contract for, wait for it, Kemba Walker. Now, I might be wrong and might know that he's not interested in that, and he's kind of said that. I haven't seen anything like that. But I don't know why we don't give Kemba Walker a chance. I've seen what Shake can do, and Shake's was very good the last couple of games, and Melton looked good. But for me, I would like to give him a chance potentially. He a few years ago, he was a great player, but the last couple of years kind of drifted off. He's never been a great defensive player, but if you got him out there with someone like Thibault and PJ Tucker that aren't scoring that much, he's happy to take a lot of the shots, and he can make them. He's not a poor shooter. He's not Westbrook, for example, right, where he's going to make loads of bad shots. He'll have an okay percentage of shooting, but he's happy to ball hog. And if you give him 20 minutes a night to do that for over a couple of games over a 15-day contract, why not? And then you can look to potentially extend it. But that's someone I would think about. So let me know below if you think you'd be interested in Kemba Walker. I think he would help us a little bit from the bench in limit scoring, if not at least for 15 days, while we try and get Harden in the back of it. And obviously Maxi's still not going to be back. But for me, you're not going to win games if you're giving serious minutes to Shake and Melton. One or the other's got to lose a fair few amount of minutes. And obviously, naturally, they will when Harden and Maxey are both 100% on there. Embiid looks great. So I think, when he comes back, he's going to be good. The Embiid we all know and love. So yeah, no concerns from Embiid missing a couple of games for injury. It happens. He's a big man. You've got to be careful with him with his history, right? So it is what it is. Magic game this weekend is important for those rotation players that aren't going to be necessarily starters once the boys are back, the main boys are back. Because like I said, only one or two of them I think can get extended minutes, and the rest will go back to how they were before the injuries. So it's a real good showcase for them. So it's important for them. The win-loss column, again, not important for me right now. I'd rather not lose, the next couple of games, and at least split. because you don't want to go into be below 500, as we're approaching Christmas, because you want to be around 500 or more, then go on a little couple of winning streaks once you've got your main guys back. I'm going to predict we do split the next 2 games, and I think Embiid misses the next game but plays second game of the weekend. So that's my prediction for that. But yeah, Kemba Walker would be someone to look at. But let me know. And then there's one other person which I'll end with. I would like to see Melo given a chance as well, or someone like, I'm trying to think of the vets that aren't signed with a team right now, but surely they can do a job that Furkan, because Furkan looks a bit lost this season. He hasn't looked as great to me. Not saying he was great, but he was solid, last few years as a rotation player for us, and he hasn't looked quite right yet. So I'd like to see if we would pick up another player, forward. I know we want more defensively, but again, have a high volume scoring options, like 2 or 3 of them with, the Thibault and Tuckers, looking at from the defensive side when you've got the second unit out there. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll speak to you guys next week about Sixers, and I'll do an Eagles video this weekend. But happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays. Enjoy. Hope you catch up some amazing bargains on Black Friday. I'm certainly going to be looking for some Sixers and Eagles gear this weekend. Thank you. Bye-bye.